What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛 health. I want to go over some of the data points, what just came out associated to the company, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So at the time of doing this video, it is up 36% within the first 1 hour of the trading day, already sitting at 70 million shares being traded. So crazy day, 23.51 the high, 20.97 the low, and in fact during the pre-market, it did have a high of 24.50, and so that'll make a little bit more sense once I go over the technicals near the end of the video. But the news that did come out was this right here, which was pretty epic, and that is 𝗪𝗓𝗧𝗛 announced a strategic shift for US weight loss business. So they are having a new collaboration with Novo. This is something that I don't think anyone had expected to come out, and so ultimately now HIMS is playing with the big dogs. Ultimately, this is going to result in better pricing, kind of better supply chain overall, potential deals down the line, and maybe new launches. And this is kind of the entryway into potentially new partnerships. Of course, I can kind of dive deep into this a little bit further, but that's kind of the 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 of it all. It's pretty epic. And again, I think a lot of people right now are trying to figure out what this means for HIMS bottom line. Like, where does this put them on the spectrum? Leading into today, valuation was a D-. So in general, this is one thing that's kind of the market's digesting. At the same time, the market isn't doing the greatest. So Dow is down 1.6, S&P 1.3, NASDAQ down 1.1. So you can only imagine how high HIMS would have gone and could go if the market wasn't fearful about just oil prices, just broader market supply chain issues, and so forth. So at the end of the day, if you are having a long-term mentality and a long-term investor kind of mentality, then this news is a-okay. This is solid stuff. Aside from that though, this rumor did somewhat pop up Friday after hours, so that's where you had a nice pop at that time. But I feel like that was also done strategically to really catch shorts off guard, because who's paying attention to the market after the market closes on Friday, right? Like, generally nobody really cares. But 39.29% of the free float is being shorted, versus be 81.7 million shares overall being shorted. So we right now are pretty much sitting at all-time high short interest numbers. Way back in September, short interest was 39.6, so slightly higher than where we are now, but pretty much all-time high short interest numbers. At the time doing this video, shorts are returning 86,000 shares, so they're still holding on for dear life. And just in the span of Friday after hours to today, they have lost probably around 700 million, give or take. And so crazy stuff. So yeah, if you're one of those individuals that likes to believe in short squeezes, this still definitely could, but again, just put it in perspective on how high this would have gone if the market was actually and truly wanting to kind of move higher. Looking at the options, we're sitting at about 44 million in calls, again, within the first 1 hour of the trading day, 10 million in puts. If there's some pretty big developments that does pop up over kind of the trading day, I'll do a PM video if you guys are interested, so definitely let me know in the comments. But 47% of all the options being done today are bullish in nature. From a bull standpoint, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that 25 to 26. So that's where kind of the bulls are pricing today's news at. Bears are anticipating for it to be sub 20. Again, you have those individuals on social media saying that a short squeeze could happen, and you never know. As you can kind of see, there's a small amount of consensus for it to be roughly around 30 and 35. Those are the individuals that believe in clearly a squeeze, most likely. Let me know your kind of thoughts on that. But these are some of the transactions that are occurring so far on the secondary market above $100,000. So pretty big buys. So 2.1 million, 1.8, 1.1 million, so pretty big money is kind of getting in. A lot of this was done, in fact, during the pre-market when it was a lot higher, but Still, you do see a lot of selling, so anything with a bid is a sell, and I'm sure a lot of that is due to just the broader market. These are some of the transactions occurring on the dark pool above $100,000, so I'll just hit refresh. Largest being 1.3 million, 1.1, 1.07. A lot of this is linked to shorts. As you can kind of see though, shorts haven't really done too much, so they've just been kind of returning. Maybe they're going to wait until the market does kind of just calm down, at least momentarily, before they double down or before they start to return. But right now with that 21.28, it is trading between this R1 and the pivot. Because of the recent price action, I'm looking at right over here the 1-day chart, so very strong support and resistance points. And so 24.04 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, and this is conveniently why we did bounce off of it during the pre-market. So again, this is going to be a big target. I don't think it's going to be the end all be all, but definitely for those of you that want to, let's say, sell some covered calls, maybe that might be a possibility. But again, depending on kind of your time frame, if you're a swing trader, day trader, or long-term investor, that might not be advantageous, so do your own due diligence. But as far as right now, 1868 is going to be that next strong support, so just kind of watch for that. I do also anticipate throughout the day for there to be new analyst ratings, and so at the time of doing this video, I don't think anything has been officially posted by TipRanks. I see some articles coming out saying some analysts are seeing this as bullish, but no official ratings being posted through TipRanks. Aside from all of that fun stuff on the actual chart itself, like technically HIMS was looking pretty crappy, and anyone saying otherwise, like, I don't know what you're really looking at, because pretty much since October it's been below that 10-day moving average, so that white line. So it's been losing momentum left, right, and center. And even prior to today, it was below all the key pivotal moving averages, so the 50, 100, and also 200. Today had a nice shot, push higher. It didn't really hit that 50-day moving average, but that is going to be the target over the next couple trading days. We do have a lot of big data as well coming out that could really help to push it to this level, but as far as right now, it is still kind of stuck in limbo. At least over the last week, it did get above that 10-day moving average, so it kind of did signal that it wanted to move higher. It just needed that nice gentle push. One thing to see, though, is based on the market position, you don't see that much willing sellers. You have a lot of willing buyers from roughly like that $16.80 to kind of the $15 range, but not so much between where we are pretty much now. So this is why we're seeing a lot of volatility. Similarly, you don't really see that much willing sellers, roughly around that 2250 of a little bit of a group right there. Because of the recent price action, you have stochastic RSI at 90, so that is considered fairly overbought. So nothing really wrong with that. Any stock that's kind of adjusting, that's kind of normal in my opinion. But possibly later today, once new ratings or just any ratings are posted, that could be giving HIMS a nice secondary run, because it is starting to look like it's kind of getting dragged down with the broader market. So again, just to kind of keep that in mind. So let me know your thoughts on HIMS and today's news. Are you bullish? Are you even more bullish on it now? Like, what's your general consensus? And do you believe that HIMS is a squeeze play? So let me know your general thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon if you're looking for some solid buy signals on stocks, options, crypto. Put out daily day trades, numerous swing trades. Worthwhile to pop over there and check that out. With all that, appreciate all of you watching.